do that?
My name is Sean Owens. This is a persuasive speech, and today's date is April 1st. The topic is why college athletes should get paid. College is a fun time for most people, but it can also be very stressful. Studying for tests, doing all the homework, writing the long essays, and going to class when you want to do literally anything else. Add to that strength and conditioning, training at 5 a.m., a healthy diet plan, practice for hours at a time, memorizing new plays and skills, and much more. This is the daily life of collegiate athletes. My argument is that these young athletes should be given a small, equal amount of pay or allowance for playing a sport. Tyson Harnett of the HuffingtonPost.com wrote an article of this very subject. He stated, a $25,000 scholarship may seem like a lot of money, but it really only covers the basics. It covers thousands of dollars in mysterious, unknown university fees, tuition, housing, a meal plan, and multiple $100 textbooks. Some players, if they come from a low-income household, get a few $100s each semester from Pell Grants, which enables them to buy chicken soup instead of chicken-flavored ramen. Everyone should be aware of this issue because it affects real people. Sure, I get that some of the superstars may not need the money, but let's think about the athletes who won't be able to have a career playing the sport they love. Some extra money to help a student get on his or her feet would mean the difference of the student staying and completing the degree or moving on and not achieving what could very well be achievable. Today I'm going to talk about three main points. First, why athletes should get paid. Second, how much they should get paid and when to start and stop the allowance. And third, why it's an encouragement to stay and finish the college degree instead of moving on to a pro sport. So, athletes have no time to earn extra income for a fun weekend. They have no time to have activities. They have no money for material and living, such as bath products, clothes, food, just to name a few. Here I have the average schedule of an everyday life for a Florida football player. You start at 6:30 in the morning when you wake up. You eat breakfast, go to class, eat lunch, work out and lift with no time in between. Then you finally have a break at 1:30 for an hour. Then you go to a team meeting, practice for 2 hours, rest for about 30 minutes, eat your dinner, and then study. That's just an average day. Sometimes when they have games on weekends, it can be even more hectic than that. This schedule is a work schedule, the work done by student athletes. It's hard work. There is no time to lose because inefficiency is the bane of the business, says Andy Hutchins of AlligatorArmy.com. Now, jersey sales, ad campaigns, video games, these are just to name a few. Student athletes see zero of this revenue, while pro athletes benefit greatly from sponsorship deals. Now, injury risk can prove to be an obstacle later on in life, such as concussions, if you get sick, if you break an arm, a leg, any bone. More times than not, the university is not going to pay for your doctor's bill. So, how much to pay them and when to start and stop paying. Athletes should equally receive a sum of $2,000 per semester. CBS just signed a deal with the NCAA for $11 billion with a B to broadcast the NCAA basketball tournament for 14 years. That's nearly $1 billion per year. None of that money, however, is being sent to the players. The semester allowance of $2,000 should be given out in increments of weekly to bi-weekly payments. Payment should end due to the player being cut from the team or the arrest of an athlete. The coach can also have their say in that as well. My third main point, paying the athletes a small sum of money will in turn help persuade more athletes to finish their tenure at college instead of leaving early for the potential of a big cash payout. College athletes are playing for two reasons: for the love of the sport and for the opportunity to compete at the pro level. Athletes will also be more inclined to stay based on security. If you look back on players from the past, more times than not, they still love their alma mater, to the point where they even have a house nearby so they can visit whenever they like. With an incentive to stay, athletes will be more than prone to finishing their degree, maturing more as a person, and becoming a better player overall. So, in review, athletes should be paid because it is morally unjust not to pay them. With the amount of revenue coming to college athletes, such as television contracts, commercials, jersey sales, ticket sales, just to name a few, just a small amount of $2,000 per semester for life goods and the occasional weekend movie or gas visit home is no large order for these big universities. Chris Isidore of CBSSports.com wrote that strict rules bar schools or boosters from giving cash and even meals for clothing to student athletes. Coaches who help players travel home after a death in the family can draw NCAA sanctions. These sanctions need to be relaxed. Athletes work hard. Athletes should be rewarded for that hard work and to incite the ones thinking and dreaming of that lucrative multi-million-dollar contract to stay and complete the degree that they always wanted. Thank you.